Welcome everyone. Thank you for watching this channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to build a fence door for your front entrance. In my previous video, how to install a fence, I did not include the door because I still needed extra time to think about what design I wanted to fit. So I finally made the decision and it came out great. I'm so excited to share with you how the process went. So let's get right into it.
Previously on No Fence Door. I'm missing the front door. How can this happen? Let me think about this and I'll get back to you. These are the wood materials that I will be using for building the fence door.
I will be measuring left to right, top to bottom on how much wood I will have to cut before installing the door and making sure it has that nice even look. This was a pretty long piece of wood, so I measured it first before cutting. This is the wood being placed on the back of the door to stabilize the panels together. Now that I figured out my measurement, I will now then make my mark before I cut, as you see here. Here I made my mark and used the spirit level to make sure that my line is even. Let's get to cutting. These are the 4 pieces of wood that I cut, and I will connect each one to the shape you see here. This will be used to support behind the panels. Each corner we're going to connect. Now that I connected all 4 wood pieces into a square shape, I will need to place another wood piece in a diagonal position as you see here. This bracing helps prevent the gate from sagging, twisting, warping by distributing weight and providing structural support. I will then place a separate piece of wood on top of the square shaped wood in a diagonal position. I will then measure the wood from the top left corner straight down but cut in a diagonal position. Make sure the line is straight before you make the cut. I will then measure the bottom right hand corner straight down but cut in a diagonal position as well. This is the angle that the wood should look like after you finish cutting. Now I'm going to place the diagonal wood piece inside the square shaped wood and connect each corner as you see here. Now that the backer rails are connected, let's take a closer look at the details. I will use a panel that I took from my old fence door and measure the top onto the new panel so I could get the same design, but I need to get the nails out first. This is how the design should look on the panels after they properly cut. After I cut all the panels to the design that I wanted, I placed them in front of the backer rails in a position that was shorter than the rest of the panels to give it a top door design. I will now measure from corner to corner to make sure when I install the screws, they are evenly lined up across the panels, as you see here. These are the type of screws that I will be using for the job. Note, make sure that when installing the screws, they are connecting to the backer rails behind the panels. I continue this process on each panel by using 2 screws each. Before I cut the bottom panels to the appropriate size that I needed, I placed 1 brick on each side underneath in order to keep it off the ground. Note, make sure you know how much of the panel you need to cut. You don't want it too short or long before you install your door.
All right, making progress.
Here I place wood blocks and a wood panel underneath the door in order to keep it balanced and even before installing door brackets. Here I will place the bracket against the fence post and panel in order to mark the spots for pre-drilling the holes and then drill the screws in the marked spots. Make sure the end bracket is connected to the fence post and the front bracket is against the panel, but when drilling the screw, it connects to the backer rail behind the panel. Here I am pre-drilling, so it's much easier to drilling the screws into place. So far I connected one bracket at the top of the fence door. Now I will complete the next bracket at the bottom of the fence door. Now I will attach the latch to the top of the fence panel, not directly on the fence door. Now I will attach the latch arm directly to the fence door. This setup will allow the door to lock into place. Let me continue to demonstrate. Don't forget the gate latch. This opens the door when you get locked in. This is so separate. This is not included in the hardware. Let me demonstrate how you attach it. So you take this end piece. This opens the door when it closes. I would normally put a hole in there, but right now, since I just installed the door, I'll just use it temporarily and I'll put it in between the fence to the other side and open it from there for right now. So stay posted till I install it. So this is how this goes, like that. Attach it to the latch. Right now, it's closed, open. So you pull it from the other side and your door will open. You won't get locked in. So this goes like that. See? Then you do this. Just like that. I will now attach the wheels to the backer rails that's connected to the front of the fence door. This helps distribute the gate's weight, preventing from sagging, dragging, or putting excessive stress on the hinges and fence posts. Don't forget the handles. You handled the situations great so far. For this job, pre-drilling is not necessary. It's a small screw and easy to install the handles for the front and back of the fence door. The door is finally completed. Let's take a look at the results. Perfect. Nice hardware. Real nice. And I finally made the door that I wanted. That was great craftsmanship, right? If you got this far into the video, that means you have enough knowledge to build in your own fence door. I had to admit, it was a bit frustrating at first due to some mistakes I made, but failing wasn't an option. I kept my confidence and patience, and the end results were satisfying. I hope this video can be inspiring to you to build in your own fence door, and remember, never feel defeated. You got what it takes to accomplish your goal, no matter how long it takes. Before you go, please subscribe, like, comment, and click the notification bell. God bless you, your family, but wait, there's always more. I got enough wood here to build a castle. Wait a minute, do I even know how to build a castle? I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll stick to building fence doors.
Piece of board fell on my wrist.
Suck it up, young fella. No pain, no gain. Is this a castle window? Or is it a prison door? What does your IQ tell you?
Something happens to my baby, I'll die.
I can't die that easily. I'll always be your knight in shining armor. Did you say you're cooking? Uh-oh, shop is closed. Gotta go.